yes, talking about Gitteh here, talking about Gitteh, because I listened to one of his audios where he said, or one of his videos, his interviews where he said, Barrow betrayed him somehow. Do you have any knowledge about that?
Yeah, in fact, I'm with the conviction Barrow betrayed Gitteh. Because at the time, somebody who could have come to the media become a major barrier between the United Democratic Party and the NPP at the time, we will have to count them one after the other. It was only Salou Kemo Barrow and Ahmad Gitteh. Ahmad Gitteh was bold enough to stand against the United Democratic Party. United Democratic Party is a party with full force. For you to come and stand between them and somebody, you will have been a very bold person. Gitteh did that. Gitteh came out when a lot of people were underneath. Gitteh speak for NPP and Barrow when a lot of NPP sympathizers were under the bed. So Gitteh living and his entire family in Canada, coming to the Gambia, not only to vote, but to campaign and to spend his finances for Barrow to win this presidential election, that is 2021. So seeing all those things, Gitteh came out and said, I don't need a ministerial position. In fact, at the time, Gitteh was one of the favorite candidates for those ministerial positions because Barrow himself said, my cabinet, after 2021 election, my cabinet will have been a youthful cabinet. Most people were appointing people like Gitteh. Nobody with his right mind at the time before 2020 election will think Gitteh will not have been in the cabinet. But Gitteh was not even interested. What he was interested is, after elections, give me the flag bearer to contest under the placard of NPP, let me uplift West Coast region. A region where I came from, a region where I was born, a region that paid my scholarship to continue my tertiary institution.
Yeah. So if the way you're speaking, like Gitteh feel betrayed by the
and he was betrayed.
Exactly. So he was betrayed.
He was seriously betrayed.
And critics will say that Gitteh himself betrayed the UDP. Don't you think is something he did that is what is following him back up till date?
No. I mean, critics will always say, negative things regarding you when you are pursuing. Everybody have right for belonging. Gitteh was having right to belong UDP, as you said, and he also have right to shift to NPP, depending his own ideology at the time. But then the sacrifice that he made for NPP, nobody will have thought Barrow will have chosen a different person under the placard of NPP to run for the office of the chairmanship.
If Gitteh is still betrayed, if Gitteh feels betrayed to this extent, that Barrow will have to take that from him and give it to somebody, is Gitteh still NPP?
Well, the last time I checked, Gitteh was NPP because he never in any way wrote or formally written to the NPP that he is no longer NPP. But then some so-called individual who came from GDC wrote to us, Gitteh is no longer NPP. They have dismissed Gitteh from being NPP. But then we understood at the time that was politically motivated because at the time we were at apex of politics. Remember, we were contesting against the NPP candidate who his major target was Ahmad Gitteh because he felt Gitteh was the major threat. That's why Demba Sabali have to issue a formal letter to say Gitteh is no longer NPP so that he can convince average electors within NPP not to vote for Gitteh because he knew a lot of people subscribe to political party instead of independent. You will hear a lot of podiums where they will say, NPP, independent Mansoto, here and there. In fact, Gitteh, party politics. Here, in fact, we dismiss Gitteh from National People's Party.
So let's go back to the chairmanship elections, pre-chairmanship elections.
Yes.
What critics said was Gitteh was an opportunist. He wanted a position, he did not have it, and he wanted to force his way. What's the Gitteh's take on this?
That is not true. It is not founded. If Gitteh should have had, or if Gitteh wanted a position, he would have chosen a proposal that was made to him as a ministerial position. Just immediately after the election, Gitteh have to fly back to Canada to meet his family. He never opted for position. He never called in any way for anybody for a position. But then Gitteh is also a potential Gambian, a dynamic somebody and an educated person. If you feel the chairmanship of Brikama Area Council needed a change, and if he feel Ahmad Gitteh can man that position, there is no way out that he would not have come to look for that position on the placard of NPP. He did that, and he came and he was denied, defied, and he was laughed at. So that angered most of us.
Was he denied?
That angers most of us to join him under an independent ticket.
Was he denied?
He was denied.
Or he went for preliminaries and he did not win?
He was denied.
In what sense?
I was in the primaries. In fact, was counting the token for Ahmed Gitteh. Okay. Imagine Ahmed Gitteh announced his candidature almost a year before the primaries. Okay. A lot of people also submit their interest. We have 8 different candidates who will have come to contest under the placard of NPP. Gitteh make it 8. So all these people came. Gitteh believe in democracy. Say, fine, we can come and have a democratic elections. Yeah. Good. So we came to have a democratic election. Fast forward, there are 81 different people who will have voted for the flag bearer of NPP. Okay. 81 different delegates. Okay. Of course, ordinarily, everybody will have to go and campaign. We campaign for all those 81 delegates. Okay. We campaign with our mouth. NPP were having their own candidate, that is CDCC. Yeah. Not only NPP, but the Q group, Mohamed Jah. Yeah. For the record, Mohamed Jah also contribute immensely in this guy's elections, that is CDCC. They brought him up. CDCC nekk na ko xamantene dañ ko ngem won be pare ñun xamone nañ lolu. But the delegates wanted Gitteh because they knew what Gitteh could have bring for the West Coast and the NPP as a political party.
Why didn't Gitteh win?
Good. Gitteh won. The question is not about why did Gitteh won the election, but why the question should have been, why was Gitteh not chosen? Gitteh won the elections on 31 votes. These people came and brought Chingom. You hear that Chingom saga. They brought 81 different Chingom because we had 81 different delegates. Okay. Good. And 81 different delegates, 81 different delegates, and we have 8 contestants. Under that 8 contestants, Gitteh got 31. Our next opponent, that is CDCC, got 30 votes. Okay. Now the problem is, one of the chewing gum that I myself was counting, the chairman and those 3 ministers, that is Abasanyang who resigned, Ibrahim Asilla, and Demba Sabali, and the finance director of NPP, I could not remember his name. They are confined. One of the chingom is been removed. The cover of the chingom is being removed because the person who voted removed the chingom and insert the token inside. So since the chingom is being removed, they said that is an invalid vote. And there was no law, there was no act, there was no regulation, and there was no verbal agreement to say this. If the chingom is removed or not removed, we will not have used it as a.
But in the first place, why use chewing gums?
That is the negligence of the NPP. That is the negligence of NPP.
And the whole party is so negligent. Still, the person you are after is still a member of that party.
No, that is you asked, and I said I wasn't aware. The last time I checked,
Gitteh said he is still NPP.
When?
Gitteh said on Ifambonde that he is still NPP when elections was approaching.
But then there is a formality. There is a formal letter that was written to Gitteh that he is dismissed.
But Gitteh himself said he is NPP.
So the fact of the matter is, Gitteh won the chairmanship elections on the NPP ticket, and he was denied.
He won the primaries.
He won the primaries. Okay. Because money was used to convince the electorates. Imagine.
But you said you Team Gitteh campaigned with your mouth.
Yes,
right?
we campaigned.
And you said money was used. Probably money was used by CDCC or
of course, money was used from the NPP camp.
Gitteh is still in a party or was in a party, let's assume was in a party that uses money to buy votes, that is in the open. But Gitteh did not resign from the party, and he knew that was in existence. So why do Gitteh and Team Gitteh have to come out all out vehemently to complain bitterly about buying of votes on preliminary stage?
Yeah, you are the one saying that. I am hearing that from you as to whether the party that Gitteh was using money to buy votes.
Gitteh accepted that NPP buys votes.
I cannot confirm.
Yes, I'm putting it to you that Gitteh accepted that NPP buys votes.
I cannot confirm that. I have never seen where Gitteh accepted the fact NPP was involved in buying of votes, voter buying or whatsoever. I did not see that. But all what I know, Gitteh won an election that was very clear.
Have you watched Gitteh's interview with Sultan? At the beginning of the interview, when they were talking about the preliminaries.
Not whether I have watched the Gitteh's interview. I escorted Gitteh to iAfrica.
Thank you. But are you trying to pay a deaf ear that Gitteh did not say that? Or you are trying to cover up that Gitteh did not say that?
I'm not covering up. I did not hear where Gitteh accepted they issue money to buy voters.
Okay, I'm putting it to you that Gitteh have accepted on Ifam Monday that MPP buys votes.
MPP was involved in buying votes.
Exactly.
Under the leadership of who? Was Gitteh involved directly?
Gitteh was a stronghold of, you said that Gitteh said that if people are counting first 5 people that have formed the NPP party, he will be counted. So he's a stronghold of the MPP.
Sure.
Everything the NPP does is done
under his watch.
Under his watch.
Well, in a gathering, when we call a gathering, you cannot sieve out or single out everybody's, doing or whatsoever. Yeah. It might be in politics when everything is tense, you don't watch every individual what it is. And if X and Y or Z is wrong in a political party, doesn't mean Z and whosoever is not clean or is wrong. I don't think that is a yardstick to say.
But still, Gitteh could have resigned after knowing that MPP buys votes from the primaries.
Which primary? Are you talking about?
From the chairmanship primaries.
No, if he have resigned, then his verdict or his words will not have come out as somebody who wanted to rescue NPP. Just buying votes should not have warranted Gitteh to resign. Then he did not.
That is unconstitutional. That is unconstitutional.
I don't understand. Gitteh was contesting with somebody who bought votes from the delegates.
And Gitteh did not still resign from that party.
In fact, irrespective of them buying votes, Gitteh won the elections. Yes. So that shows how people loved him and how ready are they to choose Gitteh as their representative.
And still Team Gitteh alleged that he was robbed of his votes. And the lead was given to CDC.
Yes, because that was the only thing they could have done. So, because imagine,
getting to know this before we go to the chairmanship election.
No, wait. You are given $2 million, and you are asked to prosecute or you are asked to do a job, and you lost the job. What will you tell the person who gave you that $2 million? Imagine the allegation was. Q Group, Mohammed Jah gave money to those people responsible to go and canvass vote, to go and convince that 81 delegates. But they could not have done that. So therefore, they will use anything possible under their hands to make sure CD is being chosen as the flag bearer.
Okay. Now CD was chosen.
CD was chosen as the flag bearer.
CD came up.
CD was chosen, and they asked us to come back again because what happened at the first primaries, they said this is a nil sort of because it's like Gitteh scored 30, CD also scored 30. Yeah. So therefore, you guys have to come back again. Initially, we never wanted to come back, but then they called on us again. We sat as a team. We said, fine, these are our elders. Maybe they will reconcile and give the verdict to the honor. That is, give the win to Ahmad Gitteh.
Yes.
Only for them to come and say, we have to conduct another primaries between Gitteh and CD. You understand?
Okay.
But Gitteh told them, I am not interested and I will not conduct any other primaries. One win is okay for me. I won the elections and I won the elections. I am not going to conduct any other primaries. I thought you people will have come and say, we made a mistake, we are going to apologize, and we are giving you the flag bearer to contest the chairmanship elections.
Okay.
So they took Gitteh's ballot box. Gitteh told them, this is my ballot box and this is my photo. I bought it. Can you give it to me back? I'm not interested. But still, the minister who just resigned, Abbas Anyam, said, no, you are going to contest. You don't see that anywhere in the world. You are going to contest by force. Gitteh told the electorates that I am not contesting. And if you want to vote for me, please don't vote for me. I am not contesting. Even with that, Gitteh scored 28 votes. Even with that, only Gitteh's ballot box, Gitteh was not there. His again was not there. His supporters was not there. Even with that, the entire NPP and almost 6 ministers, even with that, 81 different delegates, Gitteh scored 28 votes. And some people decided not to vote. And I think only 42 voted for CD. That was a very big shame for the NPP and CD.
Yeah. So I think we are using a lot of English. So me lafila duna na mfawala kangol kon nga fo manika kangoro comme me mun ka chaka no nyandro wolong Gitteh team Gitteh na tanyadile aning muneketa ila primaristo because mbengal ne ko Gitteh contest nu lafta contest la nu NPP to yalla bari team Gitteh alleged kabitara primaries la yes Gitteh ya sunyale kata wino di sidila. So mbole kacha kanten Mr. Ba, if you can please lead us to a bit of Mandinka as to what we are talking about.
Wolon to nyati mbadi Mandinka na kamuila be bin kacha ka wolom ko team Gitteh nyata nyadile andum yen sunya fana nyadile because la telefona ko yen sunyal ha tatan nunne ngat Gitteh laftatal nun NPP ticketol toyal kam bari nakaro ni jenko wala nata dunje yala victory dina yala ganyo dina wo manke fem mabori di Gambia banko kan and Gitteh la farmanse a Gambia jang politiko kono amanke fem maborenti NPP keta patiol di mi yalon ko Gitteh yakata bake kam nyim patiolo ayala resources ta wala ayala naflota ayala family be bulaje kana kaje ko ate fe UDP ye minke barola i manyana ka ke barola wolam ko in lafta barola mansaya la busi baro bulu bay fos Gitteh tarta mol kono mi yalan ko ilota ka tandi ko alna baro fasa pro ay mansaya bayri abijele for the first time wota sulo lompur ka makoy ala second mandate complete because I do call it that in Yalon ko Gitteh ya miracle anyanta complete
Mr. Banso.
So adabi mol kono mi Yalon ko kapati ni form wala NPP Gitteh da bol mol kono mi Yalon ko wolle anyaton kaya.
Yes, Mr. Banso je so nganaji comme ngeni ngano nyame angale kamoto nyame iko Gitteh comme ka ko tari ande dron Gitteh munu molti mu Yalon ko farmansa yata bake NPP to yala Gitteh fang dala ako nagre mo kontla mu yalla ko MPP lo ni be mo lulu kontla to be tarlo mo lulu kono ba sa Gitteh tata Gitteh lafta contest la NPP to yalla mo jamana ta ibe lafta contest la NPP to yalla so munketa itara mo la primaries so primaries to itol ko ye sunyale team Gitteh ko ye sunyale bari sa intala nyin karo mundi na tol team Gitteh ko ya sunyale muna na Gitteh fa sign because ayalo ko MPP man lafal muna ata fa sign amang leta safe ka tandi ko mota MPP le bari fo bimbe kilomendo normal leta jemu yalon ko abutana Gitteh ame Gitteh budu ka foko de resign tale NPP to because MPP they are not straightforward.
So wato ming woketa Gitteh resignation okino la wo primaries that because comme ka fo Gitteh manke NPP dingo damati adabi molle kono mi yalon ko NPP lo so ka later fo mi yalon ko ya lo ite lafla jela etnya ikan faham
so
hani watu minna Gitteh lafta contest la watu ni NPP man tinya nsa fono ite I don't know what is your definition of tinya Gitteh ye ay patio lo ate lafila kaje ko patio e burka nyala hani
wala bari patio ko kulle ka munyalo kan luwa man tanyo
itele bo fokan bari at the time
okay science man tara fokan itala antol le ba fokan team Gitteh alko yalla katsol alla primaries NPP e ko do use CD kan pour ka vote sol sang molbul ale wala woni luwa man tanyo lo
luwa bari yalom patio latinya comme nga fo e nyami yalom political party yo political party of keta fendi mi yalon ko femolo mi yalon ka wartale mo jamalle katara political party ko so ni wadra mo kilim fula saba man tiling ita fo no la wol be man tiling
bar silang ibe so la ko NPP ka cartel la sa wala keta la primaries yo wala
ko enne ko mol mi yalon ko e CDC se ngembunan inatale ka more convince ka kodo use ka womo etiwanol convince pour ka carte fay CDC. Fine, that is your definition.
No, you what?
Well, Basiru, I don't know. Basiru, what I'm telling you is the NPP, the CDC's people, they use money to convince electors. In fact, even the D-Day of the elections, they give people money to convince them, and they bought the votes.
Thank you. No, wait. They bought the votes.
Okay, fine.
They cartesa.
They cartesa.
Only luwa mantanyola.
Okay, fine. But
NPP luwa tinyake.
They do that.
NPP luwa tinyake.
NPP made luwa tinyala.
Iyo.
NPP made luwa tinyala. One deputy.